Tesla's 124-stall San Francisco Supercharger site will test whether open access sites can maintain uptime while serving mixed fleets. This is Tesla Shorts Time, episode 574. Here's what you may have missed over the past week. Tesla's stock has stayed in the spotlight with steady volatility that keeps both long and short positions active. The company's push into AI and autonomy continues to draw the most attention from investors and observers. Google-related infrastructure questions around power and compute have surfaced in conversations about scaling. Those threads still feel like the ones shaping the near-term narrative. Owners in San Francisco report that full self-driving now handles roughly 95% of daily mileage on local roads. One Uber driver saw a remote safety score rise from 70 to 98% after switching to the software. Camera-based cabin monitoring allows drivers to look away from the road more naturally during routine trips. Community members note that the system stops for pedestrians the driver had missed on several occasions. San Francisco-based Uber driver Rohula Hashimi estimates the software controls about 95% of daily mileage. Local club president Joe Jefferson pointed out that this update finally gives drivers the freedom to look at their passengers. The software offers highly customizable AI ranging from the laid-back chill mode to the assertive Mad Max setting. That performance on existing roads raises questions about the infrastructure needed to support growing fleets of those vehicles. Tesla filed plans for a 124-stall site in the city. The scale would rank among the largest urban supercharger locations. Open access for non-Tesla vehicles is expected at the new station. Site permitting and construction timelines remain the next visible steps. The planned open access site would rank among the largest urban locations. Next steps are permitting and construction, and the question is whether mixed fleets can maintain uptime. That effort ties into a broader European open access rollout already underway. While the US site is still on the drawing board, a newly opened open access station in Ireland is already live. Tesla's Model 3 and Model Y took the top 2 spots on the Wall Street Journal's annual ranking. The result continues a pattern of Tesla vehicles leading the list in prior years. Manufacturing location data and parts sourcing percentages determine the ranking. The outcome highlights Tesla's domestic content levels relative to traditional Detroit automakers. Elon commented on the Wall Street Journal article that claims GM and Ford are fighting for the most American-made car. Tesla has won this award countless times, including this year. Domestic content strength stands in contrast to real-world durability questions owners are tracking. After 25,000 miles, the battery health sits at an estimated 91%. The vehicle still delivers about 300 miles of range on a charge. The owner views the degradation rate as acceptable for daily use. Real-world capacity retention remains the key metric for long-term owners. The owner still sees roughly 300 miles of usable range and views the loss as acceptable. A first principles look notes that thermal management and driving patterns matter more than calendar aging. The data gives a clearer picture for used buyers and fleet operators than lab projections. Real-world battery performance feeds into larger questions about how Tesla communicates safety and reliability after incidents. Tesla posted that its vehicles are engineered to be the safest on the road. The statement followed a Model 3 incident reported in China. The company has emphasized structural design and sensor placement in prior safety discussions. No additional details on the specific crash were included in the post. The company restated vehicles are engineered to be the safest on the road. Emphasis falls on structural design and sensor placement. Labor issues in Sweden show another side of operational challenges. Tesla has offered buyouts to the remaining workers involved in the extended labor action. The strike has lasted longer than previous disputes at the company. The move aims to resolve the outstanding employment issues. No timeline for full resolution was provided in the report. Remaining workers on the extended labor action receive offers. The move aims to close out the dispute without a stated timeline. Market skepticism persists even as operational stories unfold. Short sellers have collected roughly $9 billion in gains on Tesla positions this year, despite earlier predictions of their elimination. The contrast shows the trade remains active even after multiple quarters of mixed results. Position sizing and timing have allowed the group to stay profitable on the short side. Tesla's volatility continues to support both long and short strategies. The outcome underscores how market swings can sustain opposing bets even when public forecasts point in one direction. One account argues full self-driving progress will drive the next major shift in how investors value Tesla. Near-term software updates and regulatory feedback are cited as the key variables. The view positions autonomy milestones ahead of vehicle volume or energy growth in the short term. Elon Musk stated that Optimus volume production could push Tesla's valuation near $8 trillion. The comment links humanoid robot output directly to long-term company size. No production volume or timeline details were provided alongside the projection. Teslarati highlighted what it sees as the leading public worry when people are asked about AI. The post frames the concern as the dominant sentiment in casual conversations. The angle points to perception gaps between developers and everyday users. Battery degradation data from daily driven Model Y vehicles shows that a 9% capacity loss after 25,000 miles still leaves usable range near 300 miles. This outcome sits between marketing claims of minimal fade and older concerns that lithium-ion packs would drop below 80% within the first 2 years. The measured result suggests owners can plan around gradual, predictable loss rather than sudden failure. Real-world testing under mixed driving conditions provides a clearer picture than accelerated lab cycles alone. The same dataset also reveals that real-world discharge patterns and thermal management matter more than calendar aging alone. Vehicles that spend most miles on highway routes with steady state of charge windows retain more capacity than those subjected to frequent short trips and rapid charging. Tesla's thermal architecture appears to limit the worst-case scenarios that appeared in earlier pack generations. Before we go, tomorrow we should hear whether the San Francisco permitting process advances or hits early delays. That's your Tesla news for today. TSLA closed at $342.27, up $2.31, 0.7%. If you found this useful, a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify really helps new listeners find the show. You can also find us on X at Tesla Shorts Time. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. And before you go, this show is part of the NERA Network, a family of daily podcasts on tech, science, and markets. Each one a short, sharp briefing you can finish on the commute. If today earned its place in your feed, here's your next listen. SpaceX Daily, the daily companion for following SpaceX as a public company, from Starship to the stock ticker. Find every show free at neranetwork.com. Following the long arcs, story trackers on neranetwork.com follow major programs across episodes: Tesla, SpaceX, AI, space science, and more. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.